So, I'm just going to draw your attention to this website because although some people say, when you talk about this stuff, they labeled you as conspiracy theorists, where's the proof? The reality is, guys, over the last number of years, we have seen a lot more people dying than normal. Up until 2019, on average, deaths in Ireland were about, 31,000 people from 2015 to 2019. And that jumped then in 2020 by 5.7%. And of course, we had a pandemic, we had COVID. So of course, deaths are going to increase in 2020. But then in 2021, what did we have? We had the miracle vaccine. The miracle vaccine that was supposed to solve everything, get us back to normal. Do you remember? In this vaccine that we couldn't talk about. This vaccine that restricted our human rights, our ability to travel, to purchase stuff. I mean, I couldn't buy a cinema ticket because I was unvaccinated. And I was called conspiracy theorist for not taking this rushed mRNA vaccine. Never before used on humanity, no long-term studies. And we were rushed to, people were telling us to take it. I mean, my wife took it and she wouldn't let me or the children take it because she got so sick. And then, oh no, that's isolated incident, Robert. Well, it seems something is broken in our country. We have a silent genocide happening in Ireland. Like, we have since 2021, because that's the year that the vaccines were introduced. That's the year that we were supposed to stop getting COVID and it was supposed to reduce COVID. So since 2021, when these miraculous new vaccines that were 100% safe were introduced, since that year, we've had 24,500 excess deaths. These are real figures. You can verify them with national statistics. They're not far off. But it's not so much the excess deaths here, guys. It's the increased number of people getting cancers and other sicknesses and illnesses that you could say, well, it's anecdotal, we don't know. But why doesn't the government publish the cancer rates that were being diagnosed per year up to 2020? Sorry, up to 2019, because that's the year before. On 2020, we stopped doing a lot of normal medical stuff. But I think the Irish public need to know this, because when governments make these decisions again, when there's a new pandemic or a new virus and we're rushing to get vaccines out to everybody and vaccinate everybody, we should know what these actions cause. Our politicians should be held accountable for what's going on here. Remember, 99.7% of people were not at risk of COVID. And the average age of people dying from COVID was 83 at the time. But look, I mean, the facts are the facts here, guys. And the deaths are the deaths. And we have a silent genocide that nobody's speaking about. Now, I'm a Catholic blogger here, okay? So I'm looking at this from the Catholic point of view. Back in 2010, a lady called Mary Carberry, Maria Divine Mercy, Mary Carberry. Now, I'm not a fan of her. I don't believe in her. Because I don't know her and I can't judge her messages. But for whatever reason, she published these prophetic messages back in 2010. She spoke to us about the St. Gallen Mafia, the secret meetings, which Cardinal Daniels spoke about it. She spoke about a plan to orchestrate war. She spoke about warning of global vaccinations. First of all, pray in groups. Pray for those people who are ardent supporters of Satan. Prayer will help to avert some of these disasters. Watch out for the atrocities they will try to inflict through vaccination. Trust no sudden global initiative to vaccinate, which may seem compassionate in its intention. Be on guard. Country by country, these groups are colluding to control as many people as possible. Fear not, because I will protect my followers who pray. Murder of world leaders, we saw that, didn't we? Churches will be banned. Nah, 2010, that'll never happen. Churches banned. Those of you who pluck up the courage to go back to church, what do you mean go back to church? How could Maria Carberry, that's her name, Irish woman, Maria Carberry, know that churches will be banned? This is 2010, guys. 10 years before, exactly over 10 years before we closed our churches. And 2 years we had no Easter masses. We couldn't go to our Easter ceremonies. Those of you who pluck up the courage to go back to church, never be fearful of praying or showing your faith openly. For those of you who take my church for granted, then don't. For it is only when the very gift which represents your faith openly is taken away from you that the truth will finally dawn on you, and this will make you angry. My daughter, tell the people not to panic. They, my followers, will be saved and will be lifted with me into the clouds to await my new paradise on earth. They will enjoy my new paradise and will reunite with their departed families in the new eternal life. They must stay strong, pray, and show love for one another. Pray, 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 especially for those lost, deceived souls who have no idea what their actions will mean for their future in the next life. Look, I mean, prophecy is prophecy, and you have to read prophecy in the right frame. It's not a clear prediction of everything. And, we take the ultimistic rule that is received in the way that the receiver can receive it. But churches will be banned. That happened. Global vaccination program, that happened. The secret meetings, St. Gallen meetings, those happened. They discussed Pope Benedict behind his back, that happened. She predicted that Pope Benedict would resign exactly a year to the hour that he did, 11th of February 2012, 11:30 a.m. That happened. So guys, if this lady, Maria Carberry, is telling us something, or heaven seems to be telling us something, and as I said, discern carefully. But here we have facts now. Facts, not conspiracy. The dead are dead. We've went from an average of 31,000 average deaths 2015-2019, and even with a 5%-ish population growth, our excess deaths are 14%, 17%, 18%, 17%, and year to date 12%. Guys, something is not right. Something isn't right. And our leaders are not taking this to task. We have an Irish genocide here happening before our eyes. Nobody's talking about it. We have rising, the amount of young people with cancer it's not anecdotal anymore. It's there. Young people dying sudden deaths. And we don't have answers. These excess deaths, what by age, by what is this? We should have, this should be a national inquiry into this. We should have a national inquiry to understand, why does Ireland have excess deaths of this magnitude? These statistics speak for themselves. Excess deaths. It's an interesting website because, it has the baseline by everywhere here. Do you know what I mean? And at a country level. But anyway, like, you know, it's interesting. Donegal, if I'm reading this right, has reductions. Interesting. The Northerners with Donegal may have listened to have something there. I don't know. Well, I think Donegal was wasn't it the only county that voted? Wasn't Donegal the only county that didn't vote for the abortion referendum? Maybe Donegal. If I'm not mistaken, if this is what I'm seeing here, deaths in Donegal are actually down. But anyway, I suppose we deaths in Kildare up. Dublin, which is a larger population, what is Dublin here? So 13%, okay. Anyway, not conspiracy guys anymore. Hard statistics, you have to address them. Anyway, God bless you. Take care. Bye-bye.